Alright. Grab the flashlight.
What?
Flashlight.
I just want to get my camera.
Yeah. About 9:30. We've been driving around for a little while, checking out all the fire pits for firewood, and we scored. We got enough firewood to get through the night. Not too shabby. Can't beat that for free. Just had to cruise around, fire pit to fire pit, and end up with some firewood. How's the fire?
It's getting smaller, but it's nice. I'm ready to get up and rotate and warm the buns.
So where did we end up?
Oh, was it Randsburg Mining District?
The Rand Mining District?
Yeah.
Near Randsburg?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is like our 4th time here at this camp spot. We know it well.
Hey, the big pile of rocks is still here. I cheated. I didn't start the fire like bushcraft style. I bought a processed fire log where I just light the wrapper. And then the rest of the wood was wood that we scraped up from touring the area's fire pits and picking up a piece here and a piece there. So we're burning everybody else's leftovers. Always on cleanup duty. It's in the high 30s, so it's a little chilly out here. Nice to have a good fire going. I figure I'd tell you or update you on how we did today when we left home. Jennifer's already in the tent, and she's gonna start the tent heater to get the tent warmed up, and I'm gonna babysit this fire till it goes out. We left the house around 3:40, I think it was. And then it took us about an hour to get up to the high desert to Adelanto, where we stopped at Stater Brothers, did some grocery shopping, got some food at Del Taco, and then we got out here. It was about 7:30. We're a good ways from home. I think it should take us 3 hours. That would mean we're 180 miles, 200 miles from home, something like that. So we piddle around out here in the dark, driving around the dirt roads. Pretty rough roads out here, actually. They're not, I wouldn't call them roads. It's more of a off-road area where people like to drive their motorcycles and their dirt quads and razors and whatnot. But we went checking every fire pit that we could find for scrap firewood, and you saw our harvest. We did pretty good for being out in the middle of the desert where there's not a tree in sight. So firewood's of a premium. And I had bought a store-bought, fabricated log or whatever they call the manufactured logs. I bought one of those just so we'd have something. we really didn't know where we were going, so we tried to think of our different spots, different places, but with we only have tomorrow, and we'd probably break camp in the morning and maybe go do some exploring, see if we can find another spot to camp tonight. Oh, I should say camp Saturday night, but Sunday morning we're gonna pack up and probably dilly-dally. We're not that far from home, so we don't have to leave first thing in the morning, which is nice. If the further we get from home, the earlier we got to leave Sunday morning, because we got to be back home for work Monday. So this isn't too bad. Even with traffic, it's probably at most 4-hour drive home, because I imagine Sunday there's going to be a lot of holiday traffic. And we definitely don't have this piece of desert to ourselves. We try to pick a spot where we thought it'd be the loneliest for a Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And actually, we didn't do too bad. There's some groups with there's probably the one group we saw had probably 20, 30 rigs there. And another group we saw maybe had 10, 15 rigs, a lot less. But all congregated, and they have big circles of their trailers and RVs, and their big bonfires in the middle, and all their dirt bikes and stuff, which I'm sure in the morning we'll hear a lot of that. And that's the way I used to camp. I still have a trailer sitting in the backyard. It hasn't moved in 2 years though, since my girl and I now we're going on 5 years. We do mostly Jeep camping, tent camping. No more dirt bike stuff. The kids are grown and off in college, and just don't do that anymore. I sold all my bikes. I got the 2 little bikes still. My kids can't bear to part with their motorcycles. I imagine we'll get out and do it once or twice again, something, but pretty much once the kids get off to college, they're too busy for all the stuff they used to do. Wow, looks like my fire's finally dying out. And that's pretty good, because all this fire was one manufactured log, and the big tree stump you saw on the front bumper when I first got here. I threw that on top of the manufactured log. And then the long piece, we burnt half of that big long stick that was across the bumper. So I still have, you can't see it, it's too dark. But I got another big old chunk, and looks like Doug fir 2x6s for construction lumber. And I can split that up. That'll make good kindling. And that big log and a couple other little pieces we have here, we should have about the same fire tomorrow night. And that's all just being scavenger and a $3 store log. That's a brand new propane.
Well, like the other brand.
Little tent heater. Got things warmed up in the tent. And we're gonna go down for the night.